Brandy of Higher Vibes Healing, and thank you for joining me. Today, I am going to be talking about how I get through my 5 hardest days of water fasting. Okay, so first, shout out to one of my new subscribers. I think I say your name, Marshea. So, shout out to you for giving me the inspiration to do this video. And also, big ups to my other new subscribers. I just got like 4 new subscribers. So shout out to y'all and thank y'all so much for joining me and being here and subscribing to my channel. So I am going to put timestamps in the description below or in the comments below, just so I'm not sure how long I'm going to be rambling about all of these. I have five ways that I get through my hardest days of water fasting. So, but I'm just not sure how long I'm going to be talking about each. So, time is of the essence. I don't want to keep you all waiting, so I will definitely have the timestamps below for you. So yeah, also I'm going to have below some videos that help me, like tips on how to start a water fast, and just some videos on giving like insight on how to have a healthy water fast, So one of the channels that I watch and what really jump started me to start water fasting is called A Healthy Alternative. So I will link some of their videos below, and probably some other videos that have helped me as well. Another channel that I watch is Dr. Mindy, and she gives great information on water fasting and how to do even intermittent fasting if that's something that you're interested in. So yeah, check below and watch those videos too. Also, I'm no doctor, I'm no healthcare professional, so definitely take what I'm saying as a grain of salt, and consult your healthcare professional, your doctor, for, especially if you have any serious illnesses. I'm not sure how water fasting will affect you, but yeah. So let's get into it. All right, so I got my notes down here, y'all. I don't have these memorized. But number one, so how I get through my hardest days of water fasting. So number one, this is pretty much a rule of mine. It's like a rule. Like I have to live by this during the water fast, or else I usually cave in. And so that is whenever I feel hunger, I drink water. Okay? So literally, you feel hungry, you're thinking about food, and you're just like, oh my gosh, how am I gonna get through this? Drink water. And so honestly, with doing water fasting, it has helped me, get more familiar and in the habit of drinking water more throughout my days. I was not drinking as much water before my water fast, but because I'm so reliant on water, especially to calm down my hunger pains, it's just gotten me in the habit of drinking water. So whenever you feel hungry, grab your water and take some sips. Don't just guzzle it down. You really want to just take your sips throughout the day. So when you're water fasting, the goal is to get 1 gallon of water per day. But if you don't do that, it's no big deal. However, this is a water fast. So and we are kind of like flushing out our systems, and the water can definitely help that. So yes, drink the water. So during days 1 to 3 are usually my hardest. But my ultimate hardest day, I would say, is day number 1. After day number 1, usually if I'm making it to day number 2, I'm like, okay, I did that. 24 hours is done. I can do another 24. But when I get to day 3, it's like, well, you did 48 hours. you're good. You know, you're good. You can just go ahead and eat something. It's day 3. 48 hours is really great. Most people don't do 48 hours. Like, I start getting all these thoughts and um, just what I know is the lower self. I was taught about the lower self and the higher self. And I just really feel like my lower self just creeps in and it's just like trying to persuade me on day 3 to really like just, you did good. That's enough. You don't got to go any further. So day 1 and day 3 are like my hardest. And that's when I really have to remember, like, yo, I feel hungry. I'm just going to drink water. I keep the water by me, all day. And I just take the sips. Obviously, if you're drinking water, you're going to have to use the bathroom a lot throughout the day. And so usually, yeah, I drink my water when I feel hungry, especially. And then right before I get up to go to the bathroom, I take my sips of water then. All right. So, yeah, so I usually cave when I don't follow this. That's why I'm saying this is a rule for me. When I don't follow this rule, then that's when I usually cave. I usually give in and I just say, I'm eating. So that's number 1. Whenever you feel hungry, drink some water. Okay, so number 2, what helps me um, get through my hardest days is watching food videos. And I know this is frowned upon by a lot of people. People call this watching food porn. So, but I think it's a common thing. Like, I hear this a lot. I see people like commenting saying, yes, I watch these food videos a lot to get me through. So what I mean by food videos are like recipes, also like compilations. And this is what I really want to move away from, because I don't know, it's strange. I don't want to say it's not healthy to watch these videos, but they get me through. So I don't know. I think it balances itself out. But there's like compilations. What I eat in a day. What I eat as a fat person. What I eat as a skinny person. What I eat as an athletic person. So it's different compilations that are usually from TikTok. And they're all on YouTube. There's so many. But it's weird. It's like you want to look at food. So usually day 4, day 5, I'm looking at food videos a lot. So it's so funny, but it's like you're living through these people who get to eat all this food. And a lot of it is just food that I don't even want to eat. Like, I'm like, wow, look at these people, they're eating crazy. But I wouldn't even eat like that. So I don't know. It's something satisfying about it. It helps me get through. So that's that. I'm not too ashamed of saying that. Even I don't know how to say this right. The mukbang or the mukbang. I'm not sure. But even those videos, and I used to think that was really weird. Like, before pre fasting, I'm like, why are there people watching other people eat, like, and eating crazy and a lot and like sloppy? I'm like, that's not for me. I still don't like to see people eating like real sloppy or nothing like that. But now, honey, I'm like, oh, thank y'all for putting these videos out here, because y'all helping me get through this fast. Okay, so number 3, how I remember, no, how I get through my hardest days of water fasting. So the third one is just remembering my whys. So if you haven't seen, I did make a video of my 5 whys for water fasting. So I just have to remember why I'm even doing this. What is my goal? Why am I doing this 5-day water fast? Why am I putting myself through this? And, I know that there's a place that I want to be health wise. And I know I've been trying so long to lose weight and to get down to a healthy weight. So I have to remember that. I know that while I'm on my fast, I know that if I break it, then that's me having to start over. That's me not being committed to what I said I was committed to. I have to remember to be a person of my word. So if I'm telling myself I'm going to do this and I say that, hey, I want to be a person of my word, then, that's what I got to do. So just you're remembering who you are, and remembering who you want to be, who you strive to be. And I really, excuse me, I really would recommend you, excuse me, writing down what your whys are. If you're water fasting, write down why you're water fasting. Do 5, do 3, or do 5, or do more, at least do 1. And, remember, kind of confine yourself to those reasons. And also, remember all the damage that you have done to your body. So, sometimes if I know I've been drinking, I've been eating or drinking. If I've been eating or drinking really bad, a lot of sugars, a lot of carbs, in my previous weeks, while I'm fasting, I have to remember like, oh, I I was eating crazy last week. So I was eating crazy that past month, so that's going to keep me going, on the fast. So I would just say, just remember yourself, remember where you came from, remember where you're trying to go. And that should help you, stay committed to your fast. Number 4 is a big one, and it's kind of funny, but I think it's very important for some of us to understand. So usually my hardest days, like day 1 and day 3, or day 1 to day 3, I don't sit on the couch and I do not watch TV. Now, during my first 3-day and then my first 5-day, my second 5-day, I realized that I did not want to go over and sit on the couch because when I go over and I sit on the couch and I turn on the television, the next thing is like, well, where's the food? I want to eat now. And it's like no food there. And so even a couple of times I did this. I was on a fast. I went and I sat on the couch. And this was like usually day 1. Sat on the couch, turned the TV on. And the hunger crept in. I didn't follow my rule of drinking water, or I may have. I think for 1 or 2 of those times I did drink water, but I was like, no, I'm on this couch. I'm watching TV and I want something to eat. And so then I ordered something and I broke the fast. So I know that I have to, during day 1 through day 3, like I'm off the couch. I'm not on the couch. I'm not watching television. Now it's funny because I will, watch YouTube videos on my phone, but that's really all I'm watching. I'm not watching like Netflix or anything on my phone. So day 4, I'm sorry, the number 4 is, yes, no sitting on the couch, no watching television. And it's funny because I told my mom this when she was like checking in on me in the beginning. She was like, well, how are you doing? I'm like, Ma, it's weird. I don't want to watch TV. I don't want to sit. I can't, because if I do, it gives me the urge to want to eat. And she was like, well, yeah, that was on the news before. She said it was like some proof or whatever that, yeah, sitting in front of the TV makes you want to eat more. And I mean, when you think about it, yeah, you're kind of like mindlessly, especially if you haven't like, you got chips or something where it's just an abundance of it. Your mind is so occupied on whatever you're watching, you're not even thinking about it. You're just mindlessly eating. And it's crazy because, this is where, we see all the ads for food and everything. It all just goes hand in hand with each other. So I would suggest, if, you find yourself having the urge to want to eat while you're watching TV, eliminate the TV. And I know it may be strange, it may be hard, but when you really think of it, it's not strange for us to not watch TV. It makes all the sense in the world not to watch TV, which could be a whole nother video. It could be a whole nother video. So, yes, that's number 4. So, number 5. So, yes, having to keep my mind occupied. So, for not watching TV, I have to do other things to keep my mind busy, because otherwise it will start thinking about food, and the lower self would creep in and could possibly persuade me to, go and eat. So I would say, pick up a hobby, go back to doing something that you like, or, read a book. I did want to do like a challenge for myself, but I did not keep in line with that. I wanted to read one book per month. But I still have this book that I'm reading. I haven't picked it up in a while, but whatever. But that's one way that you can keep your mind occupied, reading a book, also doing something that you love to do. When we're fasting, it frees up a lot of time, especially if you don't have to prepare food for other people like me. I'm a single person with no children, so I don't have to spend time preparing food for anyone, if I don't have anyone to, there's nobody here for me to prepare food for. So a lot of time a lot of time goes into food, is what you're going to start realizing. um when you have to think about food, and I think I'm going to actually do another video about just the time we spend around food, and how much food occupies all of our time. Okay, so I would say, what is it that you like to do? And you may have forgotten some things that you like to do. I would say occupy that time that you would be contributing to food into a hobby of yours, or, going out for a walk, going, visiting people, volunteer work, there's a lot of things for us to do, learn something, but yeah, occupying your mind, keeping your mind busy. We've had times in our lives when we were just so busy. We had a busy day, and then it's like, oh, I forgot to eat. So it's the same thing. You're just knowing that you're busy. Like, you're busy on purpose, so and you're not spending so much time focused on food. So that is it, y'all. Those are my 5 ways I get through my hardest days of water fasting. So I hope this was helpful. If you'd like to talk more about any of these things, or if you have any questions or whatever, please feel free to drop them below in the comments. And yeah, if you're new to this channel, welcome. Please subscribe if you have not already, and like this video if you like this video. I really appreciate it. Yeah. And so if you have started a water fast, if you're on a water fast, if you're thinking about it, just understand that your body is capable of doing unimaginable things that you didn't know that your body was capable of. It's capable of. We as humans, I strongly feel we don't need to eat every single day. We definitely don't need to eat 3 full-course meals every single day. So more power to you. You know what? I'm adding one more that I can't believe I haven't thought about, that I didn't write this down. But getting through my hardest days, I had mentioned in the beginning of this video how a healthy alternative, that channel really helped me start my fast. But honestly, watching those interviews on that channel specifically, And maybe just also searching YouTube for other people who have gone through their 5 day or who have gone through like an extended water fast. But especially a healthy alternative, because there's plenty of interviews that the guy Chris he has done. He's interviewed people that have joined their Facebook community, and he asked them questions, about where they started, and their journey throughout their fast and where they are now. So these are like success stories of people who have water fasted. And so yes, when I on my hard days, going and watching those videos have been key, especially my first like two, I would say my first 5 day and my first 3 day fast. I was really looking at those interviews, and I was just hanging on to every single word that they were saying. And I was like, yeah, it really gave me the motivation and the courage to know that I was capable of doing it. So, yes, I would say if you're having a hard day, it's very difficult for you to get through your water fast, definitely look at those videos. I'm going to have the link to a healthy alternative link down below. And yeah, watch those interviews. They're very, very, very helpful. They were for me. So hopefully they'll help you out as well. Okay, y'all. That's it. That's it. Again, thank you all for joining me. I really appreciate it. I hope you found this video helpful, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Peace and love.